Hey guys, today I have an Ixion video right here that it is called Annoying Things in World of Warcraft. I was scrolling down on my homepage and this video was recommended to me and it seems cool to react to, so we are going to do it. Brother, the other day I follow Ixion, of course, and I was watching one of his videos and I appeared on them, brother. He put a little clip of me in there and I was like, oh my god, I was astonished, my dude. Like, he knows me. He put me in his video. It was awesome, my dude. It was so cool. So thanks, Ixion, for that. So today we are going to react to this video. I hope this is cool. Not the video. I am sure the video is going to be cool, but me reacting to the video, you know.
These are a bunch of annoying things in World of Warcraft in no particular order. Keep in mind, I am not talking about the community with this video. I am talking about things in the game itself. But before we dive in, just want to get
good clarification there, because a lot of people were just going to say, oh, annoying things in WoW, the community.
give a quick shout out to Zygor, this channel's sponsor, linked down below in the description. It's World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on. Check it out today. Number 1. The character creation in World of Warcraft, despite it being almost 20 years old, it is still heavily outdated. We have no ability to customize our body shape. We can't change our height.
When you go and create a character in other games, and not necessarily new games, but older games like, I don't know, 2015, they have a lot of customization options for your character. I'll be honest, I don't care that much. I customize my character a little bit, but I don't go in deeper, like where you can modify like wide or narrow the features in your face, because when you are actually playing, you put a helmet on, you zoom out your cam, you hit the stuff, you are never going to see your face. So it is not that important to me, but having it is cool. And I know that for a lot of people, it is important. In games where there are cinematics that your character is integrated to, it is even more important. A game that is like that doesn't have a lot of customization for your character, is Diablo 4. In the campaign, when you play the campaign in Diablo 4, your character is integrated in the cinematics, right? So the customization of your character is important there because you are integrated into the story, right? But in something like WoW, where you are, the important part is the gameplay. Like, I never see my face, I don't care that much. But again, it is important. There are RP realms and all of that. So of course I agree with Ixion here that this is outdated. But is this one of the most annoying things? Let's see what else he says.
Hey. Can't alter our facial features. Things like scars and tattoos are incredibly limited. Star Wars Galaxies was a game that came out before World of Warcraft, and its character creation blows this game out of the water in 2024. Number 2, Ultric Valley is one of the coolest ideas for a battleground. 2 factions fighting for control of this wintry valley with the ability to do quests, summon entire bosses, additional units and stuff. However, dude, Ultric Valley has just descended into nothing more than a boss rush. And Blizzard...
That is true. That is completely true. I remember the first time I played Ultric Valley was when Classic WoW released. What was 2019? That was the first time I played Ultric Valley because, as you guys know, I was poor before and I couldn't play WoW. So I started playing WoW retail in Shadowlands and Classic WoW with the launch of Classic WoW, of course. And when I played Ultric Valley, I was amazed. I didn't know this was in WoW, and I said this is cool because for the game that I have played the most in my life is Dota 2. And Ultric Valley is similar to Dota 2. It is just one lane, but it's a pushing game theoretically, right? It is supposed to be like you are pushing one lane, contesting with the enemy, and you go and you defeat the ancient, but in this case, it's the general for the other warlord or whatever for the other faction. It is a cool idea. For me, it was cool. Oh, this is like Dota, but in WoW. Yes, sign me up. But again, it happens what he's saying. It is a boss rush mode. You don't clash with the enemy pushing the lane. You just go and you backdoor the enemy. They should put some backdoor protection in there. You backdoor the enemy, and that is what you do. I know that like the general is strong and you have to defeat other stuff, so the general is not that strong, but people do it and it is rushing. And not only that, I always thought that in WoW, like, you have too many battlegrounds and there is not much emphasis put into making one good battleground. You could take Alterac Valley, really focus on it, and do it like a separate game mode that is Alterac Valley, and that is basically your MOBA but in WoW, right? And put more effort into it, modify it, maybe the backdoor protection, put simplified classes inside of the Alterac Valley so more people sign up, because let's be honest, WoW PvP is complicated, not everybody wants to do that, so you can do a lot of stuff like that. Maybe not 40 people but 10, 20 people. I know that for a lot of people the epic battleground 40 versus 40 is the cool thing. You can keep that. I am just throwing ideas out there, you know, like Alterac Valley could be something awesome. They are coming out with in the World Within with a new battleground. Let's see how that works out. By the way, talking about battlegrounds, the PvP mode that I am enjoying the most is the Battleground Blitz, and it is coming rated with the World Within. I am super excited for that because I believe that Battleground Blitz is better than normal battlegrounds. It is better than Arena. It is better than any other form of PvP right now for my taste. Let's keep going. 1 minute and I have yapped a lot. I'll stop yapping, boys.
Blizzard has just completely given up on trying to make this battleground more enjoyable. In fact, controversial take, but I feel like the only time this battleground is enjoyable when it becomes a turtle game. And everybody hates turtle games. But at least it's better than just running to the boss and half AFKing while you wait for the towers to cap. Goodness gracious. Number 3. Questing in retail WoW, at least in the old world, is insanely boring, especially compared.
This is the biggest truth you have ever truth in your life, Nixion. Oh my god, what truth is this?
Compared to all the new stuff in whatever the most recent continent is. Blizzard even seems to be constantly giving us ways to skip this process. Skip Kalimdor, skip these.
Which is good, by the way. I love that they give me ways of skipping it, because I am going to say one controversial take in here. I have said it before, and I know that it is because of my personal taste. I hate leveling. And in my opinion, the leveling process and the questing process in Classic WoW in Season of Discovery is boring. I know that is what people like about those versions of the game, but I hate it. I think it is boring. I wanna get to the end game and fight difficult bosses. That is what I enjoy about the game. And in the new expansions, and I will say the ones that I have played, which are, because maybe in Legion this was better, but I didn't play Legion, so I played the campaigns for Shadowlands, for Dragonflight, and I just played it for the beta, on the beta for the World Within. You can access the beta and kind of play the campaign, some stuff missing, but you can actually do it. And these are miles better than the experience in Classic. To me, the quests are more interesting, the story is but the things that you do in the quests are more interesting, and it is faster. It is a lot faster. You can queue up your dungeons, you get a lot of experience. I don't wanna, you have your mount and you can fly around. I don't wanna run from the Barrens to Thunderbluff or from Thunderbluff to Barren. Walking. That is boring for me. I know that some people enjoy it. I am not bashing you if you enjoy it, but to me that is boring, dude.
Outland, Northrend, Kultiris, Zandalar, whatever, it doesn't matter. Blizzard's always trying to find ways to help us skip it with offering us a leveling boost, faster experience gains. It's ridiculous. You even have Chromie time that allows people to play a more preferred leveling content. Look, if early game leveling is really that much of a chore, and even Blizzard knows it, why even have it? Just have people start in the newest continent and level up from there with the option to go back to do old content if they so desire from Chromie. I mean, why?
I believe that is what they are doing, right? In the World Within, you are going to start, thank God that I already have every character at 70. And I don't have to level a character because I hate it. But I believe you will be able to start at Exile's Reach until level 10. At level 10, you do the Dragonflight campaign, which is the new one, and then you go to the World Within. So yes, they are bringing you to the newest stuff. Because in Dragonflight you level in Battle for Azeroth, but they are moving into Dragonflight in the world within.
Why not? Number 4. We oftentimes hear the complaints across the internet of how little Blizzard cares for PvP or PvE. In some instances, it seems that PvP is getting all the love, and in other times, it's PvE. But one area of the game, one massive chunk of the World of Warcraft population is always overlooked, and that is the role players. Even the simple thing of adding a character description panel for players to read when they inspect, things like this still aren't in the game. And it took Blizzard years to even add new character customization options to the races. This is a big subject, but Blizzard doesn't even care about enforcing roleplay name guidelines on the roleplay servers, nor do they care about the roleplay communities, even when they go as far as to raise money for charity like the Tournament of Ages. Blizzard doesn't offer these people any real promotion, and it's really disappointing because roleplayers make up such a large chunk of the people that play WoW. Number 5.
I'll be honest, I don't RP, but I think that RPing is cool, right? And I know that people that RP have to install several add-ons to make their experience better. And that is stupid right there, brother. That should be in the game, right? That should be in the game. At least what Nixion is saying in here, like, how hard it is to implement just a character description. That can't be hard, my dude. It is just, what is happening in here is, we don't need to do it because an add-on is doing it, so we are not going to spend time doing that. Let the add-on do it, and they will figure it out. That is what is happening in here, let's be honest.
Controversial take, but there's an in-game store in World of Warcraft. That's right. A pay-to-play MMORPG has an in-game store in it. Now, if World...
This is the stupidest thing. I know that I have posted a lot, but I have to talk about this. Because I come from a third world country. $15 a month is a lot of money, my dude. What is happening here is that they always had, before the shop was there, they had the subscription. Then they said, oh, everybody's using the shop. The shop is cool. We can add the shop to the game. Oh, but we can then monetize the game through the shop and remove the subscription, right? Why would you do that? They will still keep paying us. We don't need to remove the subscription. We can keep the subscription and on top of that earn more money from the store. Oh, that is a good idea. And since they have been paying subscription all the time, they are not going to say anything about it. The same thing goes for expansions. We have always paid for expansion. It is only natural that we pay for expansions, right? So look at this. WoW is making money through selling the expansion, the subscriptions, the shop, and remember that they also have basically pay to win in the game with the WoW token. So they are also making money selling directly gold. So World of Warcraft is monetized to the teeth, brother. If that is an expression in English, brother. World of Warcraft is overly monetized. Of course, you can skip some stuff. For example, I don't buy tokens with gold. I do the opposite. I farm gold and sell the gold for tokens to pay for my game time because I don't want to pay $15 monthly. That is a lot of money for us here. So, and you can skip buying stuff in the shop. It is not necessary. I don't buy things in the shop. But you have to buy the expansions and you have to pay for the subscriptions. Even if it is with a WoW token that you farm, you have to actually sit down and farm the gold to pay for your subscription. So, basically you are paying for it or with money or with time. So you can avoid buying the expansion or paying for the game time. And on top of that, they are monetizing the game other ways. It is a stupid, dude. And I hate that they sell stuff that is stupid, like some fairy wings or whatever, and you see a dude wearing that and you know that they bought this bullshit.
World of Warcraft was a free-to-play MMO, this would be completely fine, completely acceptable. You got a cash shop and allows players to buy cosmetics, no big deal. However, since WoW is a game that you pay monthly for, why are artists being paid my $15 a month to waste their time creating cosmetic crap that I could have earned in-game? I would rather that money go to server maintenance and the creation of the next expansion, not stupid mounts, pets, and armor that should have been obtainable through achievements or, you know, playing the game, not swiping my credit card. Number 6.
This point he brings up is really important because a lot of people bring a counterpoint to this and they say that this matchup doesn't work because you can't say that if an artist is doing a mount, that is taking away from doing another thing in the game, because that is an artist. He can do develop an expansion because that is not his job, right? But I also have a counter for that argument, and it is that yes, the artist is not going to develop the expansion, but everything in life is boiled down to time and money. You are paying this artist to do this job. You could not invest that money into that, but invest that money here, and then you can make the comparison, right? Then you can make the equivalency. So it is not crazy to say this. So again, I agree here with Nixon. And I am just bringing this counterpoint to this answer that people sometimes say to this.
Why are multiple action bars and auto loot not turned on by default?
Yes!
Come on, Blizzard, at least give me the option.
I hate doing that every time that I create a new character or login or whatever. Now that we are in the beta that you have to create the new character or whatever, everything is disabled. Oh.
Number 7, Night Elf males still look way too angry when fishing. They need to calm down.
I
Number
don't care
8,
about Night
time
Elves.
travel. Now look, all right, hear me out. I think Warlords of Draenor was a cool idea for an expansion, but you gotta admit,
It is a cool
time
idea.
travel sucks. Makes no.
Hey! Time travel in WoW sucks. I love time travel as a concept, brother. My favorite movie ever is Back to the Future. And I know that time traveling Back to the Future is full of plot holes and logical inconsistencies and paradoxes and whatever. I don't care. That movie is awesome. And time travel is cool, bro. But in WoW, maybe it's also the whole thing with the bronze dragonflight, I believe it is stupid. But as he said, the Warlords of Draenor is a good idea.
The lore confuses everybody. Reason why I'm bringing this up is just to, you know, kind of encourage Blizzard, don't touch time travel again, all right? It's not good. Number 9, plagues of bots are still an issue in World of Warcraft after nearly 20 years. How is this even possible? Is there not a way to create a system to detect irregular player behavior, like if they're following a very specific path, or they don't have natural delays in their play style? Because, you know, when you're playing, you pause every now and again, you know, you kind of like look around for a second, you answer your phone, you check the whatever on the other monitor. Like, there's not a system for detecting bots? I mean, come on, man. Like, look at Season of Discovery. This was ridiculous. Number 10, the fact that the level squish in World of Warcraft has resulted in some horrible itemization at low levels. For example, at low levels, you might get a sword. For example, it drops off of a mob and it does 1 damage. And then later on, you know what? You get a green axe. A green axe, everybody. And guess what? It does 1 damage. Same issue happens with armor. You get rewarded new.
What I am going to say is not exactly one-to-one with what he's saying, but it's making me remember something that I don't like about WoW itemization in retail. And I know that I always say that I like retail more than classic, but this is one thing that I like more in classic. I don't like that your itemization boils down to your item level. I know there is something more than in there that you see your character to see what is your secondary stat, but basically, you always equip the item with the most item level. That is what you do. If you don't want to explore anything like secondary stats or whatever, you just put the biggest item level on you and you are going to be fine. Everything is going to be good. I think that is boring. That doesn't make you think about what piece of gear to equip. In classic WoW, you look for the stats. You look, oh, this dude here drops an item that gives this stat and this stat, and you don't know which is better, and you have to try it out, and you have to test your stuff, and you have to think about what you are going to equip, because it is not boiled down to just the item level. I like that about classic WoW. I don't like some stats in classic WoW, like hit rating 1% or increase a spell by 25 points, because that should be like your intellect should increase your spell power and stuff like that, right? But the whole philosophy of not boiling down the itemization to the item level, like it happens in classic WoW, I like it. I like that more. It also makes it so that gear is not like in retail. The second season, what you do to make the items better, what is? You increase the item level. Oh, items are better. In Classic WoW, you were in Naxxramas and there were items from Molten Core that were still relevant because they had the stats that you were looking for, and they were the best items in that type of item, so you still use it. So it encourages you to go and do other content or older content, which in Retail WoW doesn't exist. So yes, I prefer Retail WoW, but this is an aspect that I believe that Classic WoW does better.
Armor with the exact same stats as the previous piece you got 2 levels ago. And that's annoying. Number 12, speaking of early game, just how easy it is to grind through the mobs. Guys, like, if you've never played World of Warcraft before, or if you haven't leveled up a new character in a while, just try it out one day. You feel more like a bully going through the world rather than some adventurer trying to conquer the world. It already feels like you've conquered it.
Which, by the way, to me, as I said earlier, is good because I don't want to do this. I just want to do this as quickly as possible because this is the boring part. I want to get to rating and to Mythic Plus and to Battleground Blitz. I don't want to do this. So to me, it is cool. But for the people that like leveling, this is stupid.
It's just all these mobs and wolves and Defias bandits and stuff are just in your way, and you got to remind them of that fact. Number 13. Exile's Reach sucks. Just like all tutorial islands in all video games. I said it. Now here's the thing, Exile's Reach wouldn't be such a big deal. But the problem, as we already established, leveling in Retail WoW sucks really bad right now at early game. And you just want to get through it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, which is faster, Exile's Reach or Teldrassil? That's right, Exile's Reach. So if you're playing for speed like most of us are when you're trying to level up that alt in Retail WoW, you gotta play this dang island over and over and over. Number 14. Why is Quell the Lost still instanced in 2024? Number 15. Also, why is Kul Tiras the size of the Eastern Kingdoms on the map? This is supposed to be some small island. Also, why is the Maelstrom no...
I understand where he's coming from, but I also understand why it is that way. And the same goes for the Dragon Isles, by the way. I understand that it is because of technical limitations and... each part of the map is a product of the time they came out. Like when Classic WoW came out in 2004, the world was massive. It was insane. But for today's standards and with your mouse that goes zoom through the sky, it is too small, right? So they have to make bigger places. So I understand that, but of course, I also understand Nixon that is saying this doesn't make any sense, and I agree. That same thing happens to me with bosses, and I also understand that it is because of gameplay reasons. But you fight an elf, a dude that is a night elf, and they are the size of a building. This doesn't make any sense. He's the same size as me, but you need to make him big so 20 people in the raid can clearly see the dude, right? It is because of gameplay reasons. So it is kind of the same thing, right?
No longer centered. And why is there so much crap on the right side of the map and not the left? Number 16, Anduin. Number 17.
Brother, he went there. That was awesome. He doesn't have to say anything. He just says Anduin. I agree, brother.
Why doesn't it get properly dark in this game? Look, I want to have a new item slot on my character tab called Light Source, right? Anytime I enter into a dark cave in World of Warcraft, or it becomes nighttime, my character will pull out said light source and it'll illuminate the area around him, okay? Basic light source, like level 1, would be a torch. And then later on, maybe you could get something like a Drow-inspired dancing lights cantrip from D&D or something. It's like 3 little lights that orbit above your head and, you know, light up the area around you. There's lots
that is too much work for them,
and like
brother.
Different, you know, like tiers of light source could offer more light to a surrounding area. I don't know. The point is, make the game darker. It'll make it more immersive, more cool, more fun. Anyway, number 18. Even though it's been all these years, Gilneas is still empty as a zone, and it's not being used by anyone other than depressed role players.
I don't ever go there. I don't care. I always play torrents. I am always on the endgame zone. But again, it is like, why build such an awesome big world if it is going to be empty? It is like wasted, right?
After the whole Gilneas reclamation questline, I mean, nothing really happened. It's just, oh yeah, we have Gilneas back now. Okay, cool. Anyway, number 19. We really need a new endgame path to potentially follow, other than just PvE, PvP, or just collecting achievements, mounts, pets, whatever. I've always been in favor for...
True, I agree with this 100%, and they believe that they are going to solve this with delves. I am not a delves hater, but I am also not a delves lover. In fact, I believe that so far what I have seen from delves, they are a pussy activity. Apparently, after tier 9, you get to ultra hard delves that are going to be cool. But I don't think that delves solve the thing. They need another way of playing the game, brother. The Alterac MOBA style that I said, that can be a good thing, by the way. But yes, they need new ways to play the game, my dude. Like, Mythic Plus was revolutionary when they launched it in Legion. And now it is a new facet of the game. They are relying too much on Mythic Plus. Try again something new. Maybe you bring the next Mythic Plus, the next big thing that is going to revolutionize the game. Don't get inside this box and never go out of it, brother. And yes, I think, again, they are doing it with delves. Delves are not it, bro.
For example, of creating an entire set of professions that relate to player housing, or guild hall creation, where instead of spending your days going out and fighting monsters or fighting other players, you spend your days chopping down trees or collecting mud, water, whatever you need, stone, in order to create like the dream house that you have always wanted in the hinterlands. A more solitary way of playing the game, but a very comfortable way nonetheless. And number 20, last but not least, Blizzard really needs to develop some new characters for World of Warcraft instead of just reusing the same characters over and over. This is something that I felt that they did very beautifully with Garrosh when they introduced him in TBC.
But then they get rid of them. They take cool characters and get rid of them. The coolest character in the new expansions was Denathrius, brother, Sire Denathrius. And you fight him once and he's gone. And the jailer sucked. Denathrius was miles better than the jailer. Apparently, we are going to have Salatat, that apparently is cool. We still don't know if she's really cool, but she seems cool. And she's going to be like the overarching villain for the whole Warsaw saga. We have to wait and see what is going to happen there. But this is true that they need new cool characters. And this is a key word. Cool, because they have some new characters in there, or characters that were underutilized that they are trying to bring to the spotlight, but they suck. Nobody cares about them. Make cool ones.
But since Garrosh, we really haven't had a very memorable lore character come forward that isn't just forgotten in one expansion. We got the troll lady pops up in Battle for Azeroth, and we never see her again once the expansion is over. We got the jailer in Shadowlands. He's got this big master plan. He's gonna rewrite reality, and then we kill him, and nothing ever comes of it. We just go to the Dragon Isles. If you're gonna create some new characters, they really need to, you know, and sometimes Blizzard has characters just sort of pop up out of nowhere. Like, oh, like, where did this person come from? And what great significance have they had that has led to them being in this position? A great example would be like Alaria. A great example might be like Gen Greymane's daughter suddenly being made.
That is a great example, the Alaria thing. I knew Alaria by name, but I didn't know anything about her connection to the Void and to the Void Elves, or I don't know who the Void Elves are. Again, I started playing in Shadowlands. What this makes me say is, for new players, let's say I recommend WoW to a friend that has never played before and they are going to start with me in the World Within. They don't understand anything that is happening in here. Who is Alaria? Why is she here? Why is she the thing that connects us to Salatat and the Void thing? Nobody knows, brother.
Made the Queen of Gilneas. What has she been doing since Cataclysm? How did she get to the point where she's ready to be a queen? I don't know. Maybe you guys know, but I don't. But anyway, those are just 20 annoying things in World of Warcraft. Again, in no particular order. What are some things about the game that you think are kind of frustrating, that you think, oh man, I wish Blizzard would change this? There's no right or wrong answers. Just share your thoughts.
Hero talents. I know they are new, but the majority of them are boring and they are not transformative enough, and it is by design. They don't want them to be transformative, and I want to be a hero, you know. But there are more stuff like PvP sucking, not being a cool PvP game mode that is just focused, like I say, Ultra. I don't want this like 20 maps or 20 arena. Give me one good map where everything revolves around that, and simplify PvP also. I want a game mode where it is focused on bosses, like raiding is, but not that you need to do this like it is only one time a week you kill a boss and you can kill it again. It is not spammable. I want something that is spammable like Mythic Plus, but it's not focused on trash like Mythic Plus. I don't want to fight trash, I want to fight bosses. So I want something in the middle between raiding and Mythic Plus, and more stuff like that.
It's down in the comment section below. Either way, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.
Nice. This was an awesome video by Nixion, by the way. Thank you, Nixion, for this video. It was really cool. As always, brother, he makes great videos. And again, once I watched one of his videos and I was there, brother, and it was talking about the hero talents, by the way. It was me complaining about the hero talents. I always complain about them, bro. And it was awesome for me seeing myself in one of his videos. And yes, the video was awesome, guys. It made me yap for double the amount of the video talking about the stupid stuff. Sorry for all the yapping. Guys, what do you think about all of these things? Do you agree with me? Do you don't agree with me? Do you agree with Nixion? You don't agree with Nixion? What are the annoying things that you believe are in the game? Let me know everything in the comments below. You know that I love reading comments, even if you don't agree with me. I just think that reading comments is cool. So remember also to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff, my dude. Help me out. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless you. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.